What am I doing differently when it comes to courting and dating this time around? I'm not going to focus on their feelings for me, not so much my feelings for them. I would move mountains just because they have feelings for me, right? Or they love me, they care about me. But this time around, I'm not going to go based off of them having feelings, but how they treat me. Because, every year I glow up, every year I level up, and every year they come back. The exes, hey, mommy, I see you online, you looking good, you're doing your thing, I always cared about you. Here we go. But how did you treat me? Remember, they say that people will always remember how you treated them and how you made them feel. And I didn't feel like you cared for me. So this time around, I get I love you. A lot of us do. Not just me. We get I love you. I care about you. I'm still in love with you. I've always loved you. I've always had all that kind of stuff. You get that all the time. You get it from strangers. You get it on your comment sections. You get it in the DMs. But my thing for Dorian, for me, is I always just was settled and I was okay with the fact that they had feelings for me or that they loved me and that, they cared about me. But the treatment wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let the treatment, take precedence first and then allow the feelings to follow, especially my feelings towards them, but then also consider their feelings after I see that they have treated me a certain way. And it's going to be over time because treatment is going to validate your feelings, the feelings that you say for me. I'm telling you, I was bad with it, guys. I didn't care. I didn't even notice how they were treating me. I think I wrote an original post that said I couldn't even focus on how they treated me. I didn't even care. It didn't even dawn on me that I wasn't being treated fairly because they have feelings for me and I could feel their feelings for me and that they loved me and, they said it. And I would allow these people to be set apart in my life just because they said they had feelings for me and they would talk to me and say they cared about me and they love me. So that no longer sets people apart in my life. That no longer puts you on a pedestal because you say you have feelings for me. Even if you actually have feelings for me, you're still not going to be set apart or put on a pedestal if the treatment doesn't line up consistently. So yes, this is new for me, having to shut down my own feelings to look at the actions over time consistently. And this is something that my dad taught me before he passed away. And I've done videos on that. So this is new for me, this part, of shutting down my feelings or, not letting that be number one or the primary, but looking at actions and treatment of me over time. Part two. I have feelings for you, Dorian, and I'm in love with you. And like those songs say, feelings, nothing more than feelings. Or the other one, what's love got to do with it when you're not consistently present? It's not having consistent, what, in my bedroom. It's not putting any money in my bank. Your feelings. And I've said that for a while. I've always used those terms because it's true to me. People that will say, I love you and I care about you, but they're not here. They're not present. And they're not showing up the way that I need them to, but I'm showing up 1,000%. Right? And it's just a lesson that I've had to learn in so many other people, male and female, things that we weren't taught. Women were trained and taught to take care of your man, but we weren't really taught how we're supposed to be treated, right? And so this guy that I recently had an interaction with about a month or 2 or 3 weeks ago and was just going hard with it. I have feelings for you. I love you. My pure intentions are here for you. And I'm here to love, and just going on with all the feelings. And I would just look at him just like I'm looking at this screen. In the past, I would be like, oh my God, this is God. God has sent me. I am, I would be all, and not considering the fact that he's aggressive. He is controlling. He was very, almost scary to a point. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to see that because I wasn't going off of what he was saying about his feelings for me. And it's been 4 years and I've been wanting you. And this was recently, and I'm just looking at him. And I had a drink in my hand. I think I had a water. I was drinking my water and I was just sipping on my water, looking for the door to leave because I saw things that I didn't see in the past relationships. And it was the same familiar type spirit, right? But this time I was able to see it. I saw two other people in this one person that I had been with in my past. I saw two other people in him. And those other people did the same thing. God said, you're my wife and I love you and I got feelings for you. And I was like, oh my God, this is God. On both of those. And the same thing here. But I just looked at him. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to process what you're saying to me. And I'm going to go over, all the things that you shared with me. And he got upset about that. Just the fact that I want to process and consider offers and consider what he's saying to me. And the fact that you were angry, and I later on I told him, because he still kept kind of trying to come back at me. I said, you remind me of my abusive ex-husband and another abusive partner that I had. And I was able to see that because I'm doing things differently now, and I'm not going off of feelings, your feelings for me, and that you're saying you having feelings for me. I'm going to go on how you treat me. I think this is part 3. Dating me, courting me. I have feelings for you, Dorian. I love you. But the treatment is not there to validate that. And this has been a huge wake-up call for me, is realizing that they loved the way I loved them. And I made a video about that post. They loved the way that I made them feel, but I wasn't getting that. And it wasn't a priority. Nobody cared. And I didn't care. I didn't know. And this is not about bashing my exes or men, because I think I've been so pro men that I haven't been pro self, and that's been the problem. And I realized that, and I take accountability for that, that in each situation I was just giving, over giving, because you have feelings for me, because you say you love me and you care for me. That's all men had to do, was just be like, have that vibe and that feeling, and send off those. And that was just a lot of chemicals and all that kind of stuff, hormones going on. And it wasn't always just sexual. I'm not talking about sexual stuff. I'm just saying I feel for you. But it was just how I nurtured them, how I took care of them. That's what made them feel like, man, I care about you, especially when it was gone. Then, they're back in the DMs. I see you online, girl. I see you doing this now. I see you doing your thing. And I kid you not, I've always cared about you. I cared about you. That one will always be the funniest, because the one, I cared about you was the late night texter on Friday night, the 1:00 in the morning, barely talked to you throughout the week. That kind of person. And then once you see what I'm doing online, then you know what I'm saying? So my biggest wake up call is getting my feelings and my emotions in check. And they are not bitterness, not hard. I'm open, receptive, but it's all about what you show me. It's all about what you prove. But what about a connection? I'm not connecting to nobody until I see how you treat me. Then I'll connect. But what about, a pure, true connection, and he fine. So I'm fine too. I mean, I had that bad. If we had the same this, or you have an aunt named Gladys, I have an aunt named Gladys. You have this, oh, you like to do that too? I like to do that too. And we think that means connection. And sometimes you fear and other people fear for you that you're going to make the same mistake again. Now I have more confidence in myself, and I feel better about my choices because I'm doing things differently this time around. And the fact that the guy that I was telling you about in the last video got so upset because I said I'm going to take my time and consider what he was saying lets me know that I'm in the right place, lets me know that I'm healed. The fact that you're getting so angry and upset telling me that I'm not healed because I just won't jump on this love that's standing right here in front of you. Love is right here. God has brought love right here in front of you, and you won't jump on it because you're not healed. No, it's because I am healed. Therefore, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my time and consider, and I have so much peace this time around in making the right choice.